Hey everybody, what's up? So I'm awake for the day. Let's continue on our journey of trying to make whatever it is I'm trying to make. I want stories of increasing difficulty that review words on some sort of a schedule that can be used either for learning the English language or learning how to read. It doesn't matter which one, because the underlying principles are the same. Now, a significant difference might be that a non-native English speaker isn't going to know about different ways that a word is used, whereas a native English speaker would easily adjust to, if the same spelling has the same pronunciation, a word can be used in two different ways. But I think that with reasonably simple prompts, it doesn't matter. I was just looking at the pricing for GPT-5 Nano, and it seems pretty reasonable for small examples. If I were going to do something crazy like try to generate 1 million sentences or something, then I probably would use the Batch API. But if it's like 1,000 or something, it's not negligible, but it's pretty reasonable, I think is a good way to put it. Oh no, I'm out of coffee. Hold on, I need to go refill my cup of coffee. Okay, I'm back with coffee, which is important. Oh, that's delicious. Okay, so let's take a look here. So I have this. What is the capital of France? Let's see if this works for generating sentences. So please generate 5 sentences using the word dog, and output them as a JSON list of strings. Okay, I usually use with the biggest models. I haven't tried asking the smallest models like Haiku and Nano questions like these. So let's see what it says. Okay. Is it just me, or does this seem kind of slow? The dog wagged its tail as the wind blew through the trees. The neighbor's dog loves to chase frisbees at the park. I love these. Okay. A stray dog followed us home and decided to stay. The dog barked loudly, echoing off the quiet street. She fed the dog a treat and apologized for the late arrival. I would probably say her late arrival, but you know what? The late arrival, that works. That's fine. I need to not nitpick these sentences. I have literally stopped this before because I'm nitpicking. If I get a minimum viable product, then I can begin reviewing the actual content and removing stuff. Okay, I need a way to save these. Okay, so let's come over here and correct, clean stories, new. Okay, new. Text document. Waiting. Some fake key. Like that. If you change a file name extension, it might become unusable. Are you sure you want to change it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What? No. Okay. Come back, please. All right. So, let's make sure that we can read that. I really need a scratch. New, just scratch. Just something where I can type code and then I can ignore it when I'm done. God, I hate you so much. You have no idea. All right, okay. was it? What was it called? Waiting. Okay, I was expecting it to detect that this was a path and autofill for me, so if it doesn't want to do that, then I guess we're going to be enemies. Okay, so open p read as f. Yes, that is what I wanted. Thank you. Import this name. Print data. Okay. Let's make sure that it can load. It can, which is excellent. Okay, so we're going to come over here to load stories, right? Now, I think that this process should break. If one of the waiting files is broken. So we're going to have waiting path equals, and it's going to be similar, but it's not going to have the ending on there. So yeah, and we're going to, I hate that. We're going to call it, everything is going to be called waiting.json. So you get up here, os.list directory waiting path files equals print files. Now this should be idempotent, so there should be no problem with running this, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. I for I in if I dot starts with waiting and I dot ends with dot JSON. Thank you. All right. Okay. So we have the combined dictionary, but we want to load things into it from here. So we will abort if one of these fails. So we want to fail. All right. Files to delete at end. So we do not delete them until everything has gone successfully. Yeah, we will say waiting path plus. I don't think we need all of those, but I do want to check myself for I in files. Assert os dot path that exists. That just makes sure that I didn't make some stupid mistake. Okay. This does take a minute to load, which is fine. Yeah, save file, but where is load file? Oh, it's right here. Okay, my counter, go here. Yeah. Now 4K in combine, I don't think that that's necessary. My counter equals, not 4, my counter equals, they're strings, aren't they? Max of int of I for I in combined dictionary dot keys. There we go. Redeclared defined without usage. What do you mean there's usage right here? Okay. what you want? Okay. I think we have successfully made it shut up. All right. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to add the new stories into the doc, right? And I don't think we want this incremental saving anymore. We don't need incremental saving. Okay, so I'm already getting lost in my own damn file. So we assert that it exists, and then we load it. Yeah. We want it to fail if the JSON is bad. Okay, and then we can deal with that at the time. There's not going to be some like automatic intervention. It's if the JSON is bad, then I need to open up and I need to figure out what's going on. Okay. So JSON.load. That is basically what I want. So my list equals, and then we are going to say assert that, what the hell? Stop helping me. Assert that is instance my list of type list, and then assert all is instance for I in my list. There. Now we have verified that they are all strings. Now we will have scene text equals set. If for some reason we get a completely, absolutely identical string, we don't want it. So set of I text for I in combined dictionary.values, and it is dot, or it is not dot, it is text, right? Where is it? Where is it? Parts of speech, text. Okay, I want to see this, please. So exit, we are not going to finish, but I want to see print scene text and print combined dictionary. Okay. For J in, I just realized what I did here. For J in my list. We could probably put that here. No, it's fine. Combined dictionary of not J of CNT there's going to be a new object like this, text. Yes, that was actually right. I did not mean to delete that. So we are adding the text and everybody's happy. Okay. We don't need to do this. Okay. Now that we are done, we delete the temporary files. However, if I do somehow manage to screw up the temporary, the deletion or something, then this should keep us safe. Assuming I actually populate that, scene text dot add j if j not in scene text. Okay, there we go. Now, that way, if I fail to delete the files, it's not that big of a deal. Because it will detect the duplicate and abort. All right. And in the extremely, well, it's not that unlikely if I add enough sentences. In the unlikely event that we happen to have two sentences generated which happen to be the same, then it will also prevent that from happening as well. So there's no reason to have the same bit of text literally twice. Okay, so if parts of speech is none, or we're not using these at all. Okay. If part of speech not in V or V that part of speech is none. All right. I need a word count. Does this return unique? No, it doesn't. Which means it should be trivial to get the word count out. It's going to be exactly the same thing. Word count or word count. Okay, but it has to be things like, I don't want that, for example. Okay, so word count. This should be pretty easy here. We're going to say length of, no. Let's not do that. Let's do sum of 1 for I in V parts of speech if I 1 0 dot is alf piss me off. Okay, is alpha, that's it. All right. Yeah, we will add the word count, and we will be happy about it. Okay. If word count not in V, yeah. Grade level. Grade level not in V. I think it is time to ask for some help. So let's take a look here. I don't know how to calculate grade level. Show me the code for that, please. Yes. All right. Now, I may choose to revise it later, but for now, I think we're going to roll with that. So, okay. And grade level equals. Okay. You'll have save files, and now where are we? I think I'm about ready to run it here. Combine dictionary, files to delete at end. Yeah. So we add the text. Files to delete at end dot appendi. Yes, exactly what I wanted. And then we will say, after we have saved the file, now we clean up. We're going to say for I in files to delete at end os.remove. Yeah, I think that's right. Let's see if it works. So load stories, run. Okay. Oh, I forgot I told it to print this. She fed the dog and apologized for the late arrival. I printed it before. Yeah. What in God's name? Okay. But where are my two print statements? Scene text. I feel like I'm putting the wrong thing in scene text. No. It truncated. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Now it should run. Well, hold on. Let me look at it. Okay. Combine stories. So. Why does it start so high? Because I renumbered it. You asshole. All right. She fed the dog a treat and apologized for the late arrival. She fed the dog a treat and apologized for the late arrival. Punctuation period. Word count 12. Grade level 6.79. All right, that looks pretty good. Okay, what does not look good is this. I had no intention of changing. Okay, chill, dude. This is not that big of a deal. Okay. So we want to renumber once. CNTV. Here's what we do. We just say global counter equals 0. We run it one time. Okay, now we get rid of that, and we get rid of that. So no more renumbering on a going forward basis. This file is too large. Okay, I was expecting it to load a little bit. Okay, 1. All right, I think that is pretty good. I would like to look at a histogram of the grade levels, however. So let's say combine stories. Okay. This I want to do in Jupyter for sure. So let's grab this, come over here. All right, and then grade levels equals I of grade level for I in combine dictionary dot values. Print grade levels. This will just give me like what it looks like. Invalid syntax. Okay. Oh my god. But you know what? You're right. I did not mean to include any of that. All right. Okay. Show me how to draw a histogram in Jupyter for this. Jupyter. I just want to get a visual representation of what the grade levels are. And I'm hoping that that just works. Downgrade to NumPy is less than true, or upgrade to the affected module. Why does nothing ever work right? Did I not copy this? I was pretty sure I copied this. Got an error. Maybe I won't use matplotlib. Well, no, I'll do whatever it says, but I don't really care about what the syntax. You got a version mismatch. Call to activate, install NumPy. Wouldn't it be easier to upgrade matplotlib plot code after fixing the Option A, downgrade NumPy. Can't I just use pip install for that? I don't actually think that I have... What the... I don't actually think that I have Conda installed. I just installed Jupyter Notebook directly. System cannot find the specified file. Can I downgrade using pip directly? I installed Jupyter Notebook without Conda. Yeah. Pip install, no cache directory, force reinstall matplotlib. Okay. Downgrading NumPy like violates something in my brain, but wait, is it supposed to be %, not exclamation point? What if the entire problem I was having last night was because of that? Failed to remove components in temporary directory. Pip's dependency resolver does not currently. You know what? I don't care if it works. Oh my god. You know, the entire reason that I use Jupyter Notebook is because it just works. if it ceases to just work, I will just stop using it. At least I got my coffee. All I wanted was a simple graphical representation. This is really annoying. I did tell this to run, right? Is it running? Can't tell if it's running or not. I think it's not running. I have to admit, I am about to give up. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. A module that was compiled using NumPy cannot be run, as it may crash. What is the other Seaborn? We use Seaborn instead of... Okay, you know what? About to just uninstall Jupyter Notebook from my computer. Let's go back. We don't need ChatGPT for this shit. Okay. I want to know what the damn grade levels are. So let's say grade level list equals I for I. Okay, and then grade level list dot sort. Yeah, we will say print f min. Well, we don't have to do that. Min grade level list max grade level list. Is there an average? There is not an average. Average divided by length of grade level list. It takes a second. Let's at least get the quartiles in here. That's really what I'm concerned about. 25th percentile and 75th percentile. Yeah. So this is going to be grade level list of length of grade level list divided by 4. Call this the median. I don't really care. I'm assuming the median is going to be close to the average, but if it's not, then I guess that would be good to know, right? Yeah. Times 3 divided by 4. We need integer division here, or else it's going to get angry at us. I mean, I wanted a nice little histogram, but you know what? That's what I get. Shouldn't want things. Unsupported operand type for list and int. Grade level list. Average. Sum of grade level list. I don't like that I have to reload the library every single time, even though I'm not using it. Oh my god. Grade level list divide. Well, didn't I copy the... was weird. I don't know. Maybe I copied the wrong line or something. Okay. So, minimum grade level is 0.91. That's probably very, very easy. Maximum grade level is 19.55. What is that? Postdoctorate. I somehow doubt that there's something that's that complicated. You know what? I'm a little curious now. What is grade level 19? Please, by all means, show me. 4K no, we don't need that. For in values. If V grade level is less than 0.92, then print V text. Yeah. We'll put it with the or grade level is, I'm curious what these outlier cases are, and if I radically disagree, then yeah, 19.54. Yeah, so the average is 6, and the median and average are pretty close, which means maybe it's not an exact bell curve, but, you know, it's something kind of like that. All right, okay. Okay, so what do we have here? In a small club where friends would gather, a clock set on the wall, time would rather each day they met with laughter and cheer. The clock kept them on track, no hurry or fear. Together they played in the club's special rhyme, forever bound by friendship till the end of time. During the day the sun shines bright in the blue sky. It's time to play and learn new things. By the end of the moon and piers, it is the night. To say that I'm unhappy with this might be a little bit of an understatement. Why is the grade level for the following over 19? This story seems simplish. It almost reminds me of Dr. Seuss. Readability of formulas. They don't measure vocabulary difficulty. Why your short poems? You want me to adjust the grade level function so it treats line breaks as sentence boundaries? Yes, please. All right. Okay, let's come back here. So we are going to go through and, you know what, let's just say true or. Now this should redo it. And then we don't need this. We might whip that out again, but right now we're just redoing the grade levels. Okay. That looks much better. So we still have a high grade level, and I'm willing to look at what that is. But okay. Is less than 0.92 or is greater than 15. And let's see what it does. I think it's getting better at loading the loading the language library, even though it's completely unnecessary. All right. Okay. During the day, the sun shines bright. A curious cat named Whiskers loved exploring his neighborhood, but one day he discovered a hidden garden filled with butterflies and flowers, making it his new favorite spot. Okay, so what it's saying is that the grade level is higher because the sentence is long. I don't actually disagree with that. Sure, these may be simple words, but yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever uttered a sentence in, I don't know, German that's that long, for example. And that's because I suck at German, you know. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. Let's see here. Don't need that, and we should have the mechanism in place for adding new content. So we want to find out the used parts of speech here. So either help me or don't help me. I can't take this, you know. All right. Okay. For part of speech, yeah, no, that's not going to work. For story in data.values, and then for part of speech in story. That's right, isn't it? Let's make sure that it's right. Return, not return, break. So let's see if this works. Okay, C equals counter. All right, so tuple part of speech equals tuple part of speech. That easy. Then we say C of tpos plus equals 1. Print C dot top. What is it? C. There we go. Most common 100 or something. Okay, so comma's the most common, punctuation, the. We have the 41,000 times. So, yeah. Now, if POS 1 0 dot is alpha, then go like this. Yes, I do need to use proper. That's ironic. I was missing punctuation. So the and. Okay. So here we go. How many things do we have? Print length of C. Okay. Now, I'm curious about things that are, I don't know. I mean, minimally, if you're repeating something, you would need to repeat it probably, I don't know, 10 times or something. But we might want simple sentences that are not stories for reviewing individual words. So let's, okay, set equals V. We are going to ignore the most common 100. So this comes out as a list, right? So we can start at the 100th like this. Actually, you know what? Let's skip the most common 200. Because as far as we're concerned, those are already there. I'm thinking about that. I'm thinking about that. I don't like that. Okay. Yeah. To do equals set. Yes. do dot add x 1. And then if length of to do is greater than or equal to 1,000, then we break. So we want 1,000. Most common words. Well, look, we can look right here. The and into they day. See, we want the word day. Maybe it has to be greater than 100 unless it's a noun or verb. Well, no, we want everyone. You know what? I'm being stupid. Let's do it this way and gather 1,000 words, and if we get sentences that are useless, then we just won't use them. That is the way to look at it. So, for x in c dot most common, print to do. This should give us a list of what in the hell. Okay, I literally have no idea what happened. Values. Well, apparently I don't know how to code. This is embarrassing. Let's see what it's giving us here. Okay, it is giving us a tuple of so what I wanted was x 0 1. So 0 1 like that, and then I don't really care. Okay. Fire, create, man, possibilities, sat, wide, say, ago, soon, neighborhood, eating, about, stories, lots, gave, heart. And I do think that it should skip the most common, like 10. So the should not be in there. But I think this is good. So this should give us a list of 1,000 words we might need to generate sentences for. Okay, show me the top 10 and allow me to decide if I'm making a mistake. Print x exit. I tried to push Control Enter to run it. Thought I was in Jupyter. The and into they day. I think day is the only exception. To do dot add day. There we go. And I think that the rest of them really shouldn't be in there. So run. Now I need something that can resume. I feel like I should be using like a database or something, but meet now strong following her families happy missed mountains dancing running everywhere. Now as we generate these, I think that we should be deducting. So we want 10 sentences for each of these. Right? What is this number? Length of C. Oh, right. Okay. All right, so let's go through and let's say desired equals toys, walking, heroes, yummy, proud. Okay. So. How can I do this multi-threaded? I need to do it multi-threaded in a safe way that is still resumable. If it were single-threaded, it would be trivial. Okay. Please generate 5 sentences using the word dog and output them as a JSON list of strings. Maybe I have them go at it randomly and I allow some overlap if it screws up. How do I do this? It's almost like I need to recalculate every single time. I could do that. Okay, so we just start dumping randomly. Yeah, we can do that. That would work. It might get a little bit overwhelming near the end, but you know what? Maybe that's okay. Maybe I can recalibrate later. So let's put this in desired. So we're going to with open we'll call this targets, not C targets, targets.json. Right as F, and I wanted that. Come back. Desired F. Okay. So run. Invalid escape sequence. I don't know why these are in a different order, but I'm going to go with they're probably the same. So, desired F. Let's see it. Okay. Now, the words need to, well, let's come over here. Okay. Thread safe snag request LLM words. Okay. We are going to with open okay. Targets.json read. Okay. Desired quantities equals JSON.load. All right. So let's see how this works here. So print desired quantities. Okay. We're going to play it loosey-goosey. That will allow us to have multiple threads running at the same time, and if we get a few extra sentences, oh well, whatever, I'm not too worried about it. So desired quantities, and yes, we have exactly what we are looking for here. Now, assert all I lower equals I for I in desired quantities dot keys. There should be no capitals. Oh, shit. The dog wagged its tail for a treat. Every morning the dog stretched before... You know what? You know what? This is fine. Because this will allow us to test. So we are going to say new text document out. Well, no, we have a naming convention here. We have, what was it? Waiting. We have waiting. Don't rename it. Yeah, so waiting, whatever, .json. Okay. Now, we do not want to os.list directory of this. Yeah. Like that. And then we'll say for I in ARR if I dot starts with, please remember what I did. Please, 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 please. Nope. Okay. Waiting. And I dot ends with dot JSON. Okay. We're going to try. File might be bad. Don't break the process. Right? So we're going to have like this. Targets plus I. Yes. Okay. File data equals JSON.load. Now, if not is instance file data list or not all is instance I str for I. Yes, I wanted that. Come back. Then continue. Print bad file. Okay, what am I trying to do? Bad file. Hi. Okay. Make her. Oh, you're saying I can't continue outside of a try block? Is that what you're saying? Okay. Yeah, I was about to be alarmed. All right. Okay. Otherwise, sentence text in file data. Now we need to extract the token. What? It's angry about something. Sentence text lower equals sentence text lower. Yeah. Yeah, we want to extract just the tokens, right? Just the tokens. We need to test this to make sure that we can find every one of our tokens from the original stories. That will be our unit test. So I think that this should be up here. Extract tokens. Yep. Sentence text lower equals prompt.lower, and then yeah, we will say we want to get rid of everything except apostrophes. Yeah. If I dot is alpha or I equals for I in, yeah. If I is alpha, else space for I in prompt.lower. Okay. We do not want this being called right now, but something has to be there. It's going to complain. Thread safe, extract tokens. Yeah, and then token list equals. You don't have to do that. That's fine. Unresolved reference list. Yeah. I dot strip. We don't want these on the edges for I in. Boom. Okay. I want to make sure that I can find all of the expected tokens, and if I can, then it's fine. So how are we going to do that? Get rid of that. Okay, extract tokens. We will, well, it's trivial. We come here to load stories. Text only equals I for K comma V in JSON mode, because it's coming in as a dictionary, right? And then we're going to say V text like this. All right, and then let's see if this is right. Print text only of 10. And, well, 0 through 10. This is sentence text lower. Except I don't know. Exception during parsing of file. And then it's going to be just the file, I guess. All right. So let's see if this works. Not enough values to unpack. Mary a kind and caring young woman loved her husband John very much. Okay, that is precisely what I wanted. Okay, so let's go through extract tokens. Desired quantities. I need the desired quantities. Right? And then now these are the most common words, so we should find the desired quantities very easily. So we are going to say for story text, it's not supposed to be capital, in text only, tokens equals extract tokens, and then for t in tokens, if t in desired quantities, then desired quantities of t. No. Minus equals 1. Okay. And then print max of desired quantities dot values. That will make sure that our token... come on. Is it finding anything? Okay. Extract tokens. Print tokens. Why are we finding nothing? Zero tokens. Print grabbing tokens. Is it obvious for you, dear viewer? Okay, so the text is getting there. Oh my god. Okay. Well, that's the min. What is the max? Probably don't need to print the tokens. Okay, the max is still 10, which doesn't sound right, but for I in token in what? In desired k comma v in dot items, if, I mean, honestly, if it's greater than -20, I'm kind of curious. So print, well, just k comma v, I guess. It might be very obvious, Mr., Mrs. Okay, it is counting n apostrophe t. Yeah. This is trivial to fix. Okay, n apostrophe t. This should simply not be in here. Now, maybe, I mean, this goes into how I'm splitting things into tokens versus how Spatie is doing it, obviously. I guess that if it encounters the word like don't or won't or can't, it's splitting that into that. So period Okay. So even though that wasn't particularly smooth, so print max desired quantities values. Let's see what it does now. Okay, -57. Okay, that is acceptable. So all of the stories that we're looking for, or all of the tokens that we're looking for have corresponding stories, and they are trivial to locate. So what we need to do now, desired quantities, text only, we don't need any of this. So thread safe request LLM words, this is what we're going to do. Okay. So we open the targets. Bad file, sentence text lower, sentence text in file data. Okay, so this is trying to read in sentences that we have actually generated. So sentence text lower, and then we get for token in extract tokens sentence text lower. Okay, and we do not want duplicates. Use set to eliminate duplicates in same sentence. If that wasn't obvious. And then if token in desired quantities, then desired quantities of token minus equals 1, right? Yes. All right. Okay, so we load the weighting, we get the desired quantities. All right. Okay, get remaining desired words. This is going to be words equals. Okay, let's do it like this. K comma V. If V is greater than, it's greater than what? It's greater than 0. Yeah. Yes. If length of words equals 0, then print we are done. Global we are done indicator equals false. Global we are done indicator, and then we are done equals true. Stop calling this method, please. Okay. So otherwise, we're just going to choose a word. Easy enough, right? All right. We are not done. Choose a word and generate sentences. Okay. Okay. You're not done. Choose a word and generate sentences. So Selected word equals, well, secrets dot rand below length words -1. Why -1? That's not right. Oh, that is definitely not right. Okay, selected word. This is my selected word. Assert. Assert selected word in desired quantities, and desired quantities of selected word is greater than 0. Shouldn't be necessary, but never underestimate my ability to code something wrong. All right, this is my selected word. Let's see what happens when I call this. Thread safe. Okay, print thread safe. We're not loading Spacey here, are we? No. Oh. Oh my goodness. This is my selected word. What in God's name? How? Am I losing my mind? How did this happen? Selected word equals words, secrets rand below length. I absolutely do not know what's going on here. Okay, first off, that doesn't output anything. Okay, this has got to be like some serious brain fart stuff going on here. This is this is the file name. Find usages. Okay, value right. Words. I for I in desired quantities dot items. Oh God. Oh my God. Okay. No. That's fine. You know what? And that is why I put assertions like that in. My selected word is cherished. Invalid escape sequence. Yeah. Let's see if it shuts up about that. My selected word is early. Okay. I would like to see the updated desired quantities, please. Print desired quantities. Let's do print cake. I don't think I can do it like that. K comma V for K comma V in desired quantities dot items if V is less than 10. And it does select it early, so for as its morning grass wagged. All right. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we have a selected word. Let's see if we can actually make this work for a single iteration, and then it should be trivial to work for multiple iterations. So thread safe request LLM words. We are going to... Of course I deleted my example. Of course I did. Call GPT-5 Nano. testing sentences. Okay. Call GPT-5 Nano. Results equals. Not that simple. Okay. Please generate 5 simple sentences using the word selected word. Avoid poetic or flowery language when possible. This is for reading drills. This is for reading drills and the sentences should be clear for foreign language students studying the word or for native language readers learning to read. You know what? Foreign language students studying the word. Okay, avoid poetic or flowery language when possible. The sentence should be clear for foreign language students. Yeah. Return them as a JSON list of strings. Okay, that seems pretty good. Yeah. If results, okay, you know what we want? We want an error count. Global error count equals 0. Yes, and then global. All right. Truncate equals results dot well, if not in results, then global error count +1 and return. Index of bracket equals results dot find. Yes, and then index of bracket. Let's do it like this. If results dot count of opening bracket doesn't equal 1, or results dot count of closing bracket doesn't equal 1, then yeah, index of bracket. Okay. I mean, obviously it should be if index of closing bracket is lesser than index of opening bracket, then obviously it is also problematic. Okay. Now, I'm not really concerned if it returns exactly 5. I just need to make sure that they are strings. So substring equals results opening. No. Okay, assert substring of 0 equals that, and substring equals that. Yeah. Try data equals JSON.load s substring if data, if not is instance data of list or not all is instance, then same thing. We don't really know why it's failing. Exception is E. Print. Could probably do the same thing up here. Okay. Okay. Use instance thread safe request LLM words. Only run once for testing. Will run multiple later. Okay. All right. If it's good, then we will write it. Okay. Open. Oh, hold on here. Cleaned stories new. Probably shouldn't be called cleaned. If I'm still working, whatever. Okay. With open clean stories new plus f of. You know what? That is a good suggestion, but that is not what I was going for. Yeah, what are we calling it? It's, God, I can't keep this all straight. Waiting underscore something, so waiting underscore secrets dot rand below. No. Okay, stop helping me, please. Dot rand bits 64. That should prevent. Okay, that should be easy. And then we want, I want to see the count go down. So, oh, where are we? Where's the subtraction? I just wrote this code. Okay, I guess I had more code than I thought. Okay, remaining words print. Remaining words needed. It's going to be sum of desired quantities of values. Yeah, max of 0, I for I in. Okay. Remaining words needed. I think this is just going to work. This is my selected word, helpful, requesting sentences. Now let's see if it actually generated. Oh, looks good to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A neighbor was very helpful in emergency. The manual is helpful for new users. She gave me some helpful advice. The map was helpful. That sounds good to me. Let's see it run again. Oh, shit, I didn't... Okay, 9933. 9933, 9933, 9933, 9933, 9933. Okay, it is going down. Pretty good. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is about, but I don't think it's important. All right. Look at my code and check for any problems before I begin running that multi-threaded. Okay. All right, there might be some error handling or something that, I didn't think of, so... Reviewing final handling and thread safety. Good catch. Ask for help before you go multi-threaded. Thank you.
Okay, wrong bracket index check. If you meant if index of closing bracket is less than in. Oh, God. Done path doesn't return. If words ends up empty, you set, but then keep going. Not actually thread safe. Single file drop in. It's not going to write. It's not going to pick two of the same 64-bit integer, you ass. No, that's fine. It can give me bad advice. That's fine. Pick the same selected word simultaneously. That's fine. I don't actually care. Write overlapping files. Compute remaining words from a dictionary, listing the changes underneath them. Add a lock around selection, outputting files, or use per file OS atomic. Directory rescans everywhere. Scanning the entire folder on every call is heavy and racy under concurrency. If you keep this approach, at least hold a lock while reading, or better, track counts in memory with atomic updates. You know what? The overhead of using a lock is absolutely minimal in comparison with the amount of time that it takes to call an LLM. So, fragile JSON parsing from the LLM. Use a regex to extract first JSON array block or enforce JSON output via the API. Variable shadowing readability. You know what? Let's see if what it gave us just works. Okay. Let's see. Do I still output a count? Remaining values. Total remaining. I can watch it go down. That's fine. So let's see it run. If it broke my code, I'm going to be pissed. Temperature does not support a value of 2. Oh, you ass. It broke the GPT-5 call. Well, that's the risk with vibe coding. Okay, I want to revert. Let's see what it did. I think the other changes are good, so let's try to... Okay, go on. Why won't it give me spaces? You know what? Let's play its game. You reverted to a previous version of the OpenAI GPT, and it is not running now. Okay, let's see. Gotta play its game. No temperature desired, no max tokens specified, please. Please fix. Okay. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I didn't want it to rewrite that. But you know what? The system prompt is there for a reason, and we should probably use it. So minimal changes. Come on. Okay. That is basically what I wanted to do. I just wanted to replace this. So okay. Only output a JSON array of strings. You are a data generator. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so let's see if this works. Oh my god, it takes one positional argument, but two were given. Prompt number to generate. Please generate let's see. Need 10, requesting 5. Much. 9881. Model output did not include the selected word, keeping original results. Where the hell did that come from? $98.81. Is it not outputting anything? I have to admit, this is pissing me off. I had working code and it messed it up. The computer system is easy to use. The nervous system sends messages to the body. You know what? I want my old code back. Because my old code actually worked, and this new code does not. Now, I do feel like some of the suggestions that it gave were good. So let's go back through its original list of suggestions. Okay, I went too far. Okay. Index of closing bracket. Boom. Index of closing bracket is less than index. That was very legitimate. So done path if end words is empty. Where do we set words? Oh. Okay. It's a mix. You get some good information and you get some bad suggestions. Pick the same selected word simultaneously. I am saying that's an acceptable risk. Write overlapping files. The chance of that is 1 in 2 raised to the 64th. We're fine. Compute remaining words from a directory listing that changes underneath them. Add a lock around the selection and output writing or use per. Not worried about it. Directory rescans everywhere. I agree, but I'm saying that I don't consider the overhead to be over the top. You always request 5 sentences, even if you only need 1 or 2. I disagree. We get extra, that's fine. Yeah. Fragile JSON. Is it? Should I? No, it's fine. Fragile JSON parsing from the LLM. No. Variable shadowing readability. Inner for shadows the outer eye. That, I have a very bad habit of doing that. It does. It does. And we shouldn't. It's not like C#. That would overwrite the variable, and that would cause problems. So, I have done that before. Yeah. Encoding and paths. Prefer encoding when reading, writing JSON. Also use os.path.join. Okay. I can put that in. Find open. Open. Let's get it with the comma. Open. That's where it really matters. All right. So let's see it go down. 9881. Run. Okay. Bad file. Why is it a bad file? Okay, Control R. Yeah, I agree it's a bad file. Control R \n with, I guess, nothing. Replace all. Replace. I want you to replace. Why is this grayed out? Oh, is it helping me because it's JSON? For hell's sake. You know, I always talk about how wonderful IDEs are, and God, maybe I'm... There is much traffic in the city. How much water do you drink every day? There is not much time left. Okay. Save. 9881. Do you want to save changes? I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Just show me it going down, please. It is going down. Invalid control character at line 1. Exception, parsing, waiting. God, they are just all kinds of screwed up, aren't they? 78B8. B8 and CD29. That one might be fixable. Okay, let's see if that fixes it. I don't really mind fixing Finny. The fuck is Finny? What is Finny? The fish is Finny. What is Finny? These are supposed to be common words. Okay, I need to know what Finny is. Okay, so for text in I guess for v in data.values text equals v. Thank you. If Finny in text.lower, then print text. You're telling me this is one of my most common words? One day Finny's bowl cracked and he found himself on a journey to the real ocean. Okay. Okay, let's come in here. Combined stories. Finny. Finny, 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 Finny. And we come right here. Yes, so if it is alpha and POS 1 of 0 does not equal proper name. It's not that I don't want any proper names. It's that I don't want dumb proper names. Okay. All right.
Okay. So this will give me a view of what we're looking at. Okay, top and proper names to show, base name, proper name cutoff, base target value, default target value for each included word, max non-proper words, skip top non-proper, optionally skip the very frequent ones. I don't think we want that, but oh, very frequent non-proper. That's correct. So non-proper pool. Yes. Okay, let's see what this does here. Too many values to unpack. Story, parts of speech, token, tag. Token, tag. Yes, tag is, this is wrong. Top 100 proper names: Lily, Max, Timmy, Tim, Jack, Sarah, Sam, Mr., Whiskers, Alex, Tommy, Emily. Where is Finney? Wow, it really likes the name Finney. Okay. So, if I'm not mistaken, that should have created targets that did not include Finney, right? Finney. Nope, it is still there. Okay, so we want a cutoff. Top end propers to show. Proper name cutoff only. Okay. Path that target out, make directory, parents. Okay, exist targets out, right, desired, ensure ASCII, indent 2. Is it indent 2? It is. Okay, proper name cutoff. If frequency is... Oh, frequency! Frequency. I thought... Okay, I misunderstood what that was doing. Some of these are okay. I just very specifically have an issue with Finney. Maybe I overreacted. I still believe Finney is a terrible word for a word list, but most of the other proper names I don't have a problem with. Please scan this list and flag things you think I might have an issue with. Okay. Adjectives, abstract words masquerading as names. Dubious nickname. Flipper, fluffy, chirpy, sparky, handy. Yes. return them as a JSON set. Not JSON, as a Python set. And I will drop them into my code and exclude them when they're what? When they are proper nouns. When you're looping through proper nouns. Okay. This looks good. Okay, we want this, we need this. Token target counter generator. This is not Scratch anymore. Okay. Proper name cutoff. Actually, let's get rid of that entirely. Let's go back to what we had. Whatever. Okay. Exclude propers. And name dot lower not in exclude propers. Okay, yes, and then desired word-based target value. If n apostrophe t in desired, then yeah. And I'm not really concerned if, okay. Let's see what it did. We should have a new targets file. And Fitty should not be in here. Mrs. should not be in here. But Alex should be in here. Okay, that works. Come back over here. Damn it. I'm past where I started from. Damn it. Okay, so 10,048, 10,032. Okay. Okay, while true. So now where do we actually call GPT-5 Nano? Oh, no. This needs to be in a try-catch block. Try except, exception is E, print E, global error count plus equals 1, and return. Okay, print LLM error. All right. While global error count is lesser than 5, thread safe request LLM words. Yes. Okay. And not global we are done indicator.
Yeah, it's helpful. Show me how to make this multi-threaded. Okay. Okay. Worker. Thread prefix name. Done event, stop event. Not really a drop-in replacement now, is it? That makes perfect sense. We can't... Here. Let's use Claude Opus instead. Help me make this multi-threaded. The global done indicator and global error counter need to be thread safe, and I need to run 5 threads at the same time. Do not change the code for calling ChatGPT. All right. That was what made me mad before in the chat. Well, it broke it. I mean, it's not like a preference thing. Like, it literally didn't work. Okay. Yes, it did not change the call ChatGPT. So that's good. Thread safe, request LLM words. Yeah, because it's not a drop-in replacement. And you know what? That's legit. I can't be modifying a global integer from multiple threads. That's ridiculous. So I wasn't really thinking about thread safety when I implemented those variables. So, okay, let's see if it works here. All threads completed, final error count, work completed. I need to see if it's remaining count thread, remaining words needed. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay, requesting sentences. So 10,012, 9982, 9960, 9920, 9907. You know what? Maybe this isn't going to take that long. And it's interruptible. And if we get rate limited, I don't think we're going to get rate limited. They've turned up the rate limits, and well, honestly, this isn't going very fast. So, okay. I mean, I say it's not going that fast. Maybe it'd go faster. I'm going to interrupt this. Where is num threads to 5 threads? I told you to stop. Yeah, let's try it with 20 threads. If we get rate limited, we get rate limited. Just wait a few minutes. It's not a big deal. Okay, 9280. Okay, learning needed buildings over 9,000, 8,900. Okay, this is going pretty fast. I am generally happy with this, so. Now, obviously, we have an n squared component where, these will start. Loading these might eventually start to slow it down, but there's so few total sentences. I'm not really too worried. I mean, we only needed 10,000 things, so like at absolute maximum, that could be 10,000 sentences, right? And the fact is, sentences usually have multiple words, so we might see it slowing down as it gets to the end, simply because it's no longer accidentally triggering needed words. But that's okay, because it's still generating sentences pretty fast, I think. And if we get rate limited, it should abort. Then we can get these added into the story curriculum. You know what? I want to take a look at one of these. The road is long. I waited a long time. Obviously, the word is long. The movie is long. She has long hair. It will take a long time. Yeah, sounds pretty good. I eat breakfast every morning. They eat. So the word must be eat. We eat dinner with our friends on weekends. The students eat in the cafeteria. You eat too quickly. I think that these are excellent words, either for learning to read English or learning to speak English. I am generally happy. So down to 5,500. You know what? I'm going to pause this while it works. All right. So I was downstairs and I suddenly got nervous. It's like, what if a situation happened that I didn't anticipate, where for reasons that I couldn't predict, it kept repeatedly asking for like a single word, and it couldn't fulfill that. So it just got in a loop of requesting bad things over and over again. And then before I know it, I have, thousands of unneeded requests. I should have thought of that, and I should have coded for that. Maybe I was a little bit hasty in deleting the code that said, hey, if you're not finding these words, maybe that should be considered an error. But anyways, it doesn't look like that happened. So, hey, that went pretty well. I have learned my lesson. I need to pause it as I bring up my billing. I'm curious what the damage is. Okay, this doesn't seem too bad. 1,493,000 requests. No. Yes, 1,000 requests. Oh, it's not. This isn't a comma. This is a period. I'm sorry. So it's basically 1,500 requests. That sounds more like what I was thinking. First, I thought it was tokens. So 73,000, almost 74,000 input tokens. All right, let's see how many total generated sentences we have. I mean, just assuming that all of these have 5 in them, and there's, a few extra duplicates that we don't care about. We could say, no. Let's just count them. Why am I being weird? Scratchpad, come over here. Load stories, target, LLM. New. Python file. Scratch.py. The rule is, if it's called Scratch or Scratchpad, you can delete it. That actually bit me once, but generally speaking, that works out pretty well. So, yeah. Work starts with waiting, not working, waiting. Okay. It looks like the JSON in all of them was valid. That's Impressive. Port this name. Yeah. Then for file in files data. Print data. Okay, that looks pretty good. Pretty good. Probably don't need that space. Waiting. Where do I load this? My list. Let's do. Yeah, it can fail here. That's fine. J in my list. We'll call it J raw, and then we will say J equals J raw dot strip, like that. Then we'll get rid of the extra spaces that way. So file count equals length of files, and then sentence count equals length, well, for D in data, sentence count plus equals 1, scene equals set, dupe count equals 0. Okay, if ds equals d dot strip, if ds in scene, then dupe count plus equals 1, scene dot add ds. Okay, print file count, sentence count, and duplicate count. So, oh shit. Okay, I thought it was going to be 0, but well, maybe not 0, but not hundreds. But okay, no, that's fine. It is possible that it received identical requests and returned identical results, and that's not even that weird. Okay, so there's 1,605 files, 8,024 sentences, well, minus the duplicates. Let's get those added into our loaded stories here. Now this should be idempotent, and this should pull them in. Let's go. Why did I tell it to print? I should not have told it to print. Print. This is not interruptible. Okay, so when it's done, it should delete the... Oh. Well, okay. Well, that was pretty easy. Okay, print length of what? Items in stories. Stories, sentences. Maybe I should stop calling it stories if they're not stories anymore. Okay, 18,907. That is within the realm of what I was expecting. So yeah, we have added a ton of stuff in here. If we go to the end, grade level I didn't know it could go negative. I did not know that. She does not eat much. But you know what? We can use a relative grading scale and just start off easy. That sounds good to me.
grade level. And that'll make it easier to ramp up. When we're choosing what to administer, we want a simple scoring function that doesn't discriminate at all. It'll just say how difficulty is it, what is the benefit, and what is the liability. And then it'll reduce that all to a numerical number. You choose the one with the numerical number that's highest, and you administer it, and then you proceed with your life. So I think that this is a step in the right direction, and I need to stop being so nitpicky about making sure that every single thing that's in here is excellent. I'm not publishing a novel, at least that's part of this initiative. I'm making a system that can be dynamic. You can say, hey, this prompt is not great at a later point in time, as long as you have a minimum viable product out. And up to this point, I've been talking, and not getting anything out, unless you count my joke of a website, eslquickreads.com. I allowed myself to be talked into having somebody remake my website for... What? I thought my website worked. What the hell? Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Did I click the wrong button? Not register. Not register. I clicked Okay. That's fine. I clicked the wrong button. Yeah, that shows how often I'll log in. Allowing myself to hire somebody else to redo this site for me really messed with my head, because I no longer felt like it was my site. I wanted to hire somebody to fix 2 or 3, honestly, fairly minor issues that I was having. I was just very, very stuck because, it was the first Flask website that I'd made. And I honestly, if I had just put a little bit of more effort into it, I probably could have figured it out. But I was hoping that by recruiting an expert, I could get somebody to give general advice. And they just completely took over and completely replaced my entire UI. They completely replaced my entire back end. And it's like, well, this doesn't even feel like my website anymore. I may have registered the domain name, but none of the original code is mine. And I had this login scheme where the website didn't know the email address of the people logged in, and the person who was implementing was like, I don't like this. And I'm like, well, you know what? It's not your fucking website, dude. Anyways, I shouldn't let that bother me so much, but it hasn't felt like my project since then. And I've used that basically as an excuse to go literally years without working on it, and I don't think that that's the right way to look at it. I think it's actually kind of pretty. I don't really like the content. I need to change a lot of things, but what is this? Why is this here? See, I don't want this. I need to remake the whole damn thing from scratch. This is stupid. Everything is stupid. All right. Anyways, I'll see ya. I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to get it figured out. And I want something like Duolingo, where you can log in and actually do stuff. Not 4 lessons that you can get done in a few damn minutes. That's stupid. All right. See ya.